Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to do a quick little video on film and ideas. Now we all know in film things get retro, things get redone on some aspect or another. Like Scarface, the one that people nowadays generally think of is the one with, of course, now I gotta draw a blank on his name, but he's such a film legend. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. And if you don't, go look it up, because I can't think of his friggin' name right now, and of course, he's a legendary actor. He's played everybody from Jack Kevorkian to, a guy in The Godfather, and yeah, anyways, so... Generally films do, since the beginning of time, they've been redone to a certain point, right? And I get it. Sometimes you gotta redo a film so that the younger generation can understand it, because sometimes if you grew up and you see a black and white version of a film, if you're young enough and you can't really appreciate film, I understand that, and you're like not keen to watch a black and white movie, so then generally it gets redone. But oh boy, 1 second. Bless you. Thank you. Anyway, so anyway, films have been being redone since the beginning of time. Since the guy, Bela Lugosi, who played the original Dracula, and then you've got Buddy that did the voice of the original 1964 Grinch cartoon, Boris Karloff, who played the Frankenstein monster in the silent films. Was it silent? Anyways, but I worry that even now, Hollywood's starting to do it a little bit. I don't know if I can get a hold of a statistic for this, but it feels like Hollywood is redoing films that aren't really that old. Like, okay, they're redoing Splash, right? Okay, with Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah and all that. But now, because of the tremendous success of Ghostbusters, they're redoing Splash, and now they've got Channing Tatum or whatever, playing a merman. And it's like, not that I'm against it, because like, why make Channing Tatum merman? But all you're doing is recycling a film that's not even that old. I think it came out in hold on, I'll look that up. Type in original Splash. I think it's 1984, but I want to double check if I'm right. Are you doing that? Okay. So, I think it's 1984. But, again, that's...
1984.
Okay, yeah. So, in 1984, directed by Ron Howard, starring Daryl Hannah and Tom Hanks and John Candy. But, the late, great John Candy. But, it's just, why are they remaking it already? I'm not against it because it's Channing Tatum as a merman. But why? Why are we going through these spurts? There's got to be a balance here. Like, there is some things that I think should be brought back, that have been brought back lately, that I get. Like, when they brought back Full House, I get it, because there's younger generations watching the reruns anyway with their parents. And we grew up, well, I'm not a parent, but we grew up on the original TGIF run. So I get that. I get the Boy Meets World remake into Girl Meets World. I get that, because now It's not abandoning them. It's not getting rid of the original characters. It's growing on the original characters. But to flip it and to make it all about... I just don't get it. Like, are we running out of ideas that bad? I think we've been having this discussion for the last 3 years. Is Hollywood running out of ideas? Like I said at the beginning of the video, Scarface, that was with Al Pacino. There we go. With Al Pacino, in 1985. Yeah, 85, I believe. Again, can you look that up? But there was an original black and white version of Scarface that was called Scarface because it was about Al Capone. And that was his nickname. Okay, the original one was 1913, but... What? 42? 32. Whoops. I can't hear that well. Okay, the original Scarface was in 1932. And then the remake was in 1985, I believe. I want to double check if I'm right on that one. 85 or 82. The one with Al Pacino. But anyways, we'll get there when we get there. But why are we running out of ideas that bad? At least with Scarface, they waited. It was 82? Okay. At least with Scarface, when they remade it with Al Pacino, it just... They waited, 50 years or whatever. Well, yeah, they waited, 50 years. So, are we out of ideas to the point that we can only wait 32 years again to come up with other stuff? I get it to a point, again, for retro reasons, but I don't get it because the world is so rich with ideas. If we're running out of original script ideas, then let's talk about stuff that needs to be talked about now. Let's do films about the 1980s bathhouse raids in Toronto. Let's do films about, let's do TV movies about the Monica Lewinsky thing. I mean, come on. We've done TV movies. Now we've got one about Reagan that's coming out. Or the guy that tried to assassinate Reagan. At least those... Okay, yeah, they're not original screenplay ideas, but at least those are talking about moments in time in history. Why are we running out of ideas so bad? We don't need to. Just because Fuller House and Girl Meets World picked up steam because people are still watching the reruns doesn't mean we need to make the newest Ghostbusters film. I haven't seen it, so I'm not ripping on the film. What I'm ripping on is we didn't need to remake it yet. We didn't need to. I'm not against the female cast, but it just, some classics need to be left alone. Hollywood, get newer, fresher blood out there for your writers. Hell, I got scripts. If you want to see them, hit me up and email me and I'll send you them. I just want you to sign a contract saying that if you don't pick it, you're not going to go back and try to steal my idea. I don't know, there's not too much else to say on this, but I just think for all the remakes that we're doing and all the let's bring back this, let's bring back that, I get it to a point, but just because it picked up steam at first doesn't mean we need to do it again. And again, and again, and again. So, let's come up with new ideas, guys. We got fresher blood. Change your rules on accepting scripts without people that have agents. Change your rules, because you got fresh blood here.